Number 20, been here 25 days. I think our guys are ready to end this camp. We got a rehearsal scrimmage tomorrow and kickoff luncheon. I'm sure I'll see a lot of you there tomorrow afternoon, and we got picture day this afternoon. So questions?
At the scrimmage or the luncheon where you're going to see us?
The luncheon. The rehearsal scrimmage, you'd be bored to death. It's a rehearsal scrimmage.
Okay.
You'd be bored to death. The other two scrimmages, you would not be bored.
Do you see you guys getting antsy to hit someone else?
I think so. I mean, they've been having a lot of contact. I haven't felt it like in other years because they're still hitting each other, so they must enjoy it.
Scott, do you think these guys understand the history of Pitt, West Virginia, and that rivalry? I know you are obviously familiar with it growing up not too far from here, but do you think these guys understand how much it means to this place?
You know, I don't know if they do, but we'll certainly, we've been focused on us, but we'll certainly educate them as the coming days and we get into game week mode, which we're still in camp mode right now. But I think they understand. The backyard brawl, they understand that there's a name to it. They've heard about the dates and how many times we played and all that stuff. But I don't think until you play in some of these rivals, you really know. We can tell you, what it's all about, but we'll get them into that mood.
Pat, you made a passing reference yesterday to the third string quarterback. How was that? I don't know if battle is the right word, but how does that go?
Not as good as you'd like it to go, but it's a work in progress. We've been worried about the 1 and the 2. We got 2 really good ones there, so that's more important. I'm glad we're not sitting there going 1 and 2 ain't going good.
Who are those two guys?
Right now it's Nate Yarnell and Derek Kyler that are fighting for that third spot.
How's Kyler look? I mean, he has a lot of experience.
He looked good. I mean, he runs the huddle well. He's got the experience, and again, new offense just coming in here in camp. I mean, so it's a little bit different.
How was Nate going to grow this summer since he didn't play in the spring at all?
Yeah, he's grown. Not as fast as you'd like. Again, he's been out of it for a long time. No spring ball. Halfway through the season he was out, or earlier than that. So he's had a lot of off time. So it takes time to get back into it.
Throughout all this camp, you've been trying to figure out the quarterback, figuring out the wide receivers, but one constant's been Jared Wayne. I mean, what have you seen from him this summer in terms of leadership, in terms of guiding that room?
I think I've answered that question a couple of times, but he's obviously a leader in that room. Kanate Mumfield has also stepped up to be a leader in that room as well, and was kind of announced as one of our, on our new leadership council, our Eagles. So, but Jared does a great job. I mean, he's ready to go, and I think he's excited about getting the season underway.
Does it feel different around here now that word's out on who the starter is at quarterback?
No, I don't think it feels any different. It feels the same. I mean, our kids are kids, and they watch every day. They see practice. They're walking out of the locker room. I didn't see them jumping up and down and sprinting for the field. I mean, it's the same. I mean, it's a team, and it takes everybody. We're gonna need everybody that's in that locker room. We'll need everybody. So I think they all understand that, and then you got to go out there and you got a responsibility to make plays for us.
How unusual is it for a first-year transfer to become an Eagle?
You know what? I was thinking about that. It's happened before. I mean, it's just again, it's I think 26 days, and you get a new roommate, and you're in a hotel with somebody different. People start to see who you are in camp. I mean, we're here from 6 a.m. to some of these kids get here at 5:30 a.m. But most of them are here by 6 a.m. And they're here till 9 o'clock at night every day. So they spend a lot of times that they get to figure out who's who. I think that's important.
I forget, in the past, do you have a representative from each class, a couple guys from each class in that council? Or?
Yeah, we vote for super seniors. Pick 2 of those. We pick 3 seniors. That are it's a big senior crew as far as people that have that title, whether they're on the senior list for the luncheon or not. And they said, hey, I'm not necessarily sure I'm a senior yet. Then obviously 2 from the juniors, freshmen, and so forth. So, and then we just kind of vote. Everybody gets focused on a class. We put the names up there, and then they vote for who they think has led through camp.
How much different is tomorrow's scrimmage going to look from last week?
Oh, a lot different. There'll be no tackling. It'll be the defense may thud it up. The offense, we're letting the running backs run. I'm not worried about anybody getting banged up tomorrow. I can promise you that. It's a rehearsal scrimmage. It's really going through the pregame, making sure everybody knows where to go. We haven't done any of that yet, so it's really just pregame, and then we'll probably go through a 30-play, 35-play offense, 35 plays for the defense, and then get all of our kicking game in order. So everybody's on the sideline. They don't know, okay, the offense just scored. Oh, yeah, field goal got to go. It's like that whole, all of a sudden now we just scored, so now who's up next? Oh, kickoff, okay? I mean, so it's all those different situations that we just want to make sure we're covering guys understand they got to be locked in on the sideline
Is that before the lunch or after?
before the lunch. Get up early and go.
Keaton has eligibility through 23. Is that right?
He's got 2 seasons left. Yes.
This year, next year.
Yes.
I think you've talked about it at different points, but the depth at tight end over the course of camp. I mean, how's that come together? How do you feel like those guys behind Gavin?
It is. It's gone well. Really. I mean, Kai Wright's done a nice job behind Gavin, and so has Carter Johnson. I mean, both those guys have proven. Renda's a guy that can run really well. Still learning, still young, but a guy that could play some football for us this year as well.